Europe is heading in the wrong direction, says U.S. President Donald Trump, referring to the penalty imposed by the European Commission on the American social media platform X. The Americans accuse Eurocrats of attacking freedom of speech, as they also wrote in their national security strategy. Do Brussels' decisions mean another chapter in the conflict with its American ally? It is difficult to imagine a world without social media today. Just yesterday, we used posts on platform X several times in our news program. But the European Commission says no and imposes heavy fines on X. U.S. President Donald Trump commented on the situation.
I don't think it's right. No, I don't think it's right. I don't see, how they can do that. No. I'll speak about it later. I'm going to get a full report on it.
Elon Musk, the owner of the X platform, echoed his sentiments, repeatedly criticizing European institutions on social media over the past few days. How long before the EU is gone? Abolish the EU. The storm was triggered by a €120 million fine imposed on platform X by the European Commission.
X has indeed breached its transparency obligation under the DSA. This includes X's blue checkmark. It deceives users.
But Americans see these decisions not as a defense of social media users, but as an attack on freedom of speech. According to the White House, there is a whole list of such attacks on civil liberties by European institutions. You can read about it in the recently published U.S. National Security Strategy. The biggest problems facing Europe include actions by the European Union and other supranational institutions that undermine political freedom and sovereignty, migration policies that are transforming the continent and causing conflict, censorship of free speech and suppression of political opposition, declining birth rates, and the loss of national identities and self-confidence. Only strong nation-states, proud of their identities, can, according to Washington, be the basis for good transatlantic relations. The document continues. The question of America's attitude towards Europe makes it clear that Europe must regain its strength, and it can only regain its strength if it returns to the basic principles of its development, to the sovereignty of nations, and to its capacity for economic development. But the Americans cannot count on any reflection on the part of the European Union, because according to the Eurocrats, the old continent is currently the quintessence of freedom.
Any such criticism regarding the liberties here should be aimed at a different direction. Russia, perhaps, where dissent is banned, where free media is banned, where political opposition is banned, where X or Twitter, as we know it, is in fact also banned.
The head of Polish diplomacy went a step further, comparing Elon Musk to a Russian oligarch in a not very diplomatic way. Oligarchs Dmitriev and Musk want to partition Europe to dominate and exploit us. Should we capitulate or make Europe great again? Elon Musk's critics are not giving up and exercising their freedom of speech by falsely accusing him, among other things, of making a Nazi gesture. But if you find a longer version of this video, you can see that the businessman is saying thank you to everyone with all his heart.
My heart goes out to you.
There may soon be more conflicts between the European Commission and the White House, as Eurocrats are investigating other American internet giants, accusing them of monopolistic practices.